we're talking with Oscar. Oscar, thank you so much for giving us the time here at your busy schedule, working out. And we're a few weeks away from May 21st. You're taking on a former champion himself, Samuel Gutierrez from Mexico City. So what have you heard from this guy?
Well, you know, Samuel Gutierrez, he's a veteran of the sport of boxing, professional ranks actually. He has over 25 professional fights. He held a WBC Mexico regional title. So just like I had my WBC US NBC, he had the Mexico version of that regional title. So a great tough opponent, you know, a next stage, a next challenge that I have in my professional ranks. You know, if I'm gunning for the world champions, I need to get past this opponent right here, and I need to shine that night.
Give me some of the names that you're looking for into competing with. Who do you want to get in the ring with?
Well, you know,
which is pretty much part of your plan.
Yes. Yeah. I hold a belt at 115 pounds, a super flyweight title. I'm ranked number 13 in that weight division. So number 1 through 15, Carlos Guadas could fight him. And so we were in talking negotiations to fight him. In April, it was for the Pacquiao weekend, but contract fell out. He decided to take a fight with someone from Mexico. So once we found word about that, we decided we got to get going. And so the next best name out there, other than Carlos Guadas in my weight class, is Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, and he's at the 112. So we decided to go down to the flyweight to 112 and fight for the NBF title. That will rank us top 15, and where the world champion Chocolatito could fight either 1 through 15. So we was there waiting on that front door so we could open up so we could walk right through it.
Talking about weight divisions and kind of going back and forth, how comfortable is that for you?
Well, at my age, I'm 25 years old. I still feel great. You know, my metabolism is good. I don't eat real bad. I don't drink no alcoholic drinks. Nothing to me. That's just the type of person I am. Yeah. So my metabolism is great. So I'm able to jump up to 118 and fight and feel strong there. Go down to 115. And usually when I fight at 115, I weigh in around 113. Sometimes I wake up in the morning weighing 112 and a half. And I eat a little breakfast, and I drink a little something so I can get up to 113, 114. So 112 was just right there, right around that corner, just a couple pounds away. So we decided, why not? You know, we got the youth with us, and we're just using it now.
Tell me about a typical day for OscarCantu.
Oh, wow, a typical day, you know. Wake up like at 5:30 in the morning. I get up out of the house by 6 o'clock, maybe 6:05 around there. You know, nice and quiet in the city of Kingsville. And I put my headphones on. I listen to some Gypsy Kings. I listen to Los Panchos. And I just get lost while I'm running. Go for a good 3 to 4 mile run. And then after that, get back home, shower up, eat a little breakfast, and then hit the school. Go to school. After school, I get out. That puts me around 11 o'clock. I come back to the gym for my noon workout. And then after that noon workout, go back home, eat a little lunch, rest a little bit, do a little homework, read a little bit, and then after that, 6 o'clock, get back into the gym. I'm here by 5:30, and the gym starts at from 6 to 8, and I leave around here by 8:30.
Sure. You have such a support system right now with your dad, your mom, of course your wife, and the rest of the team, Cantu. Tell me about them. Tell me, you know, I know boxing is the one-man sport. You're the only one going in there. You're the only one getting hit. But yet, I'm pretty sure they feel it when you do get hit, you know, rarely get hit.
Yes.
So they feel that too. So tell me about your support system that you have.
Well, you know, like that quote says, winning or losing is not decided in the ring or the night of the competition. It's decided the weeks prior to that competition, what you're doing. So I owe it all to them. You know, my family's doing great. My mom, my dad, and my wife, they support me all the way. You know, my loving mother, once I get on the diet, she's like, all right, mijo, make sure you eat this and make sure you eat that. And what's real good for you is this, and make sure you eat your shrimps and your salads. And of course, my dad being my trainer, he just trains me real hard, and he knows where we're at. You know, we get in our groove and we feel great. We feed off each other. So once he feels good, I feel good, and everything becomes great. And of course, my wife, she's there when I'm on diets. You know, no more McDonald's, no more Popeye's chicken. So she suffers a little bit with me, or when I'm at the gym, she goes and gets McDonald's and Popeye's chicken. So one of those. So, but she's there. She supports me 110%, and I love it. You know, I owe it all to my family. You know, if it wasn't for them encouraging me, you know, on Facebook, my sister caught me riding my bike, and she comes up next to me and starts playing the music real loud, and I just laugh. But it's great to have sisters that help you out, help you achieve your dream, and they know what my ultimate goal is, and they're happy that they're able to help me out a little bit.
Gotcha. Now, May 21st, coming up here pretty quick.
Yes.
Kingsville, Texas, you're bringing it home. So how excited about you fighting here in your hometown?
I'm truly excited about fighting in the JK Northway. That was where I won my first title against Felipe Castañeda, and now I'm bringing my 5th title over here, and I'm gonna win it. You know, I'm training real hard. We're dotting all our I's, crossing all our T's. We're doing everything we're supposed to do in the gym so we can come out victorious that night. And so the city of Kingsville, all surrounding areas, the Coastal Bend area, please come out because it's going to be a great, tremendous night of boxing. You know, I'm a Coastal Bend champion, and I'm a humble warrior, and most importantly, I'm God's warrior. So please come out.
I know you got a lot of sponsors. I know you want to thank them as well. So this is the opportunity to thank your sponsors.
Yes, of course, I want to say thank you to all my sponsors. You know, if it wasn't for them helping me out with the financial cost of everything, you know, me being a college student and just boxing being my full-time job, I want to thank Citgo. I want to thank Cruise Compression Sales and Services. I want to thank Supercuts and Mammoth Foundation for all y'all do for me. If it wasn't for y'all, this would be a little harder. But thank y'all for taking that weight off my shoulders and making training camp a whole lot easier. Not having to worry about financial stuff. Make sure I got a roof over my head. My wife is fed and everything's great. I want to thank y'all for that, and I love y'all.
Awesome, brother. All right, OscarCantu, good luck on May 21st. We're looking forward to the fights. Yes. And of course, pretty sure all of South Texas, you developed such a fan base already.
Yes, yes.
So everybody's behind you 100%. So good luck, brother.
Thank you very much.
All right, my man.
Join us for a night of championship boxing as little OscarCantu goes after his 5th WBC belt May 21st in Kingsville, Texas. JK Northway is ground zero for honor and glory presented by AAA Promotions. Pre-sale tickets are $20. For more information, call 361-728-3955 or 361-244-5132. Come be a part of history in South Texas.
Cantu, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to come out here to your gym, and of course to capture some really good footage of Oscar training, and of course talking to him a little bit. But you can definitely show his passion. Tell us a little bit of what's going on May 21st here in Kingsville. He's excited about bringing it home. I'm pretty sure you are too.
Yes, everybody is. Not just for little Oscar. You know, we have a great card filled with Kingsville fighters. We have Omar Perales. He's going to rematch a guy named Fabian Alanis. They had a great little war in Laredo, Texas. The fans loved it. So they decided, it was a close bout, but Fabian got the win that day, and they agreed to rematch. So we're going to bring a great little grudge match to Kingsville with that one. We have Omar Rojas, fighting Robert Sedna out of Beeville. We're real excited about that. Robert's 2-0, Omar 3-3. They're both southpaws. It's going to be a really good fight, big boys. We have JD Charles. He's fighting Raging Roy Garcia. If you know Raging Roy, he brings it. Roy is the kind of guy that makes you work for your win, so I think it's going to be a good test for JD, and so we're excited about that. We have Alan Garcia from Zapata fighting a pro debut fighter out of Brownsville, so his first step. So it's just a great card. Anthony Navarro, his situation, we're pending on an opponent right now for him, so we're hoping to make that happen. But ultimately, we're going to cap it with little OscarCantu for the NABF flyweight title, and it's just a great opportunity for Oscar to again showcase who he is, where he's at. We've got a great opponent for him. If you look back at Oscar's record, he has yet to really fight an opponent in his career. He fought for his first belt at about his 7th fight. No other of the big name pros that we know today were doing those things. Different era, of course, but we've taken that challenge, we've taken that step, and we've controlled it. So he is currently undefeated, 13-0. We're bringing in this opponent for a very specific reason. He brings us a style of somebody that we keep talking about, which is, Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. He's an exciting fighter. And people ask me, do you really think Oscar can beat him? Well, I believe that we have an opportunity once we get in that ring that, like both fighters, whoever God blesses that evening with a victory is going to receive that victory. But Oscar has a style. Chocolatito has shown, he's had a hard time with boxers. That is Oscar's primary style of boxing. And then there's Carlos Cuadras. We're not mentioning just Chocolatito. Carlos Cuadras was the individual WBC champion that we were supposed to fight. A lot of people who were looking at that fight were calling us saying, wow, you have a real chance of winning this fight. So we believe in Oscar. Oscar believes in himself. And it's not just about a trainer looking at him and saying, I hope we can do this. No, we have a really, really fine-tuned athlete in Oscar, a committed one who really wants to be a world champion. And so he has a coaching staff and supporting staff that supports him. So because of all that, I believe it's going to happen. It's all just about when our opportunity comes up. And by us winning this fight, taking this fight, showing that we're willing to go down to 112 to an area that we weren't at, it just opens up more doors for us. So we're really excited.
Well, you guys are definitely making a lot of headways within the WBC community, and of course here locally as well. Oscar has developed such a fan base now that has gone beyond the borders of Kingsville, Texas, Nueces County, Claybrook County. So with that being said, what you as a father, foresees, these dreams that Oscar has and the direction that he's headed to. What is Jaime Cantu's dream with this a whole boxing realm that you're involved in with your son?
Well, I'll tell you, Jaime Cantu, the term is, you shoot for the moon, and if you reach the stars, that's great.
Sure.
And so Jaime, I've reached the stars with Oscar. I really have. I've asked him, if you're done, you're done. Take your 4 belts, hang them over your chimney, your fireplace at your house, and you've got great stories to tell.
Sure.
But the kid says, I want to be in the Hall of Fame. And in order to do the Hall of Fame, we have to win a whole lot more. So, all of this happening for Oscar, it's a dream come true for him as a young man, for our family.
Sure.
My wife, my daughters, who have all put in time and sacrifice. They've done the concessions at his fights. They do the ticket sales. We've come together as a strong family and we support him. So it's exciting. And if he has potential to do much more, the business side of it, why not? It can impact his family, his personal family in a tremendous way, and then the rest of us. But not just our families, what about the communities around us? If we can show that the Coastal Bend can produce a WBC world champion. Now, we've already proved that we can produce a WBC minor world champion, because that's what we are. That's what the belt says. We are the youth world champion. So we've proven that. But if we can prove to the Coastal Bend that champions can come from here if they walk the fine line, they stay committed, and they stay dedicated. And if they have any questions, well, go ask the champion, what did you do different from everybody else? Because we have a lot of talent out there. There's a lot of talent. I see it, and you wish you can help them all. But unfortunately, when these boxers all go home, I disconnect. But with Oscar, when he go home, we go to the same house. So he's able to feed off of me more and more and more. And so, very, very blessed with what the kid's done. I'm glad that he's done it, because he's gotten so much exposure that those eyes also help to remind him about the path he should be walking. So it's his achievements have actually helped me raise him, because I know he's not going to make a mistake out there intentionally in public and say, I don't care, no one's going to know. He understands that all eyes are on him everywhere he goes, and he welcomes that. And he tries to walk the fine line, and he tries to say the right words of encouragement and conduct himself in a champion way and a Christian way.
Yeah. Well, what an inspiring story that is coming out of Kingsville, and is all due to your vision that you've had with your co-manager Eddie Aguilera, and of course, the hard work that Oscar has put into it. So it has been a team effort all around. You've got a lot of individuals that has helped out. Tell me about them.
Yeah, no, definitely. Oscar does the fighting. And even then, great fighters will tell you that I did it based on the guidance of my trainer. So when Oscar performs, there are so many things that we're doing in there that connect. So it's actually a tag team against that one opponent. And smart boxers will buy into that. Others will just go out there and say, well, I'm doing my thing. Well, you're not executing the trainer's plan. And I've told Oscar, the day you lose because you did everything I said, then maybe we need to look at getting another trainer. But if you do everything I say and we win, we just continue building that success. So Oscar the fighter, myself the trainer, but there's a whole lot more to that, because gloves cost money, the buildings cost money, rings cost money, travel costs money. So we have Eddie Aguilera, he's a co-manager. He's been with us for probably over 15, 20 years. No, not 20. I would say 17 years, realistically. He's been with us from day one. We have both sacrificed a lot financially to ensure Oscar can make it to certain tournaments. Then we have sponsors, and my message to the fighters out there, sponsors want to get involved with champions. They want to get involved with successful people. They're looking for that. But you've got to be committed to live that lifestyle that they buy into, and they're sponsoring. So we've been very fortunate to have Supercuts. Kathy out there at Supercuts, she's fallen in love with Oscar as a young man, and then sees that he boxes and he does well at it. So we've been really blessed, and I think her commitment is based on his character over his boxing skills. We have Cruz Compressions, who's a major boxing fan, and he found a great boxer that has good character. So he's in it because he loves the belts, he loves the achievement, and he's proud that Oscar acts right in public. But he's just as proud or more proud being in the ring with him, helping him carry his belts, because that's probably a personal dream he had as he shared it with me. So Cruz Compression is excited about having a boxer who's achieved. Then we have, Mammoth Foundation, which is Eddie, of course. And now here recently, we're blessed with Citco to come on board, and they've joined with Oscar more about reaching out to the community and the youth. They see that Oscar has something that kids are going to look up to, which are championship belts, undefeated record in boxing. Boxing is a very popular sport. Unfortunately, there's a lot of unpopular things that go on in boxing, but it's very popular. People are going to look at it. So Oscar, the way he carries himself, Citco has joined in with him and said, look, we want you to be a spokesperson. We want to help you spread your message of what it takes to be a champion, what it takes to stay drug-free, what it takes to stay committed. And because Citco believes that those are the principles they've applied to achieve what they have. So, to share a phrase that, our friend Larry from Citco said, with Citco and Oscar together proves that Citco and Team Little Oscar believe that every child deserves a fighting chance in this life. And Oscar's willing to go speak for them, and Citco's willing to help finance that and fund us so we can go and make that happen. So those are our sponsors, of course, our friends and family, and the work you do. You've been with us since day one, and I'll tell the camera now, it's one of the reasons that we bring in David Mendez as our ring announcer, because 15 years ago when you saw Little Oscar and we talked as young men, we talked about what's Oscar going to do. We talked about he's going to be pro. And when we go pro, we want you to be the ring announcer. And I've only seen it happen twice. Once on HBO when Michael Carbajal fought Chiquita Gonzalez. They brought in Jimmy Lennon Sr. to introduce Chiquita Gonzalez, and they brought in Michael Buffer to introduce Carbajal, or vice versa. But that's what happened. And it was the first time I ever seen it. Well, in one of our fights, with the whole group together saying we're going to bring in another ring announcer, somebody volunteered, and the deal was, it's a great deal. And when I found out, I said, well, wait a minute. He can do the whole card except for Little Oscar's fight, because David Mendez introduces Little Oscar. And so we're proud of you, David. We thank you for what you do. We thank you for coming out. And these things make a difference in that fighter's lives, and it makes a difference in the trainers' lives, who sometimes we feel we put in a lot of work and there's just no thank you to it, honestly. So thank you very much.
Oh, no problem. Now, May 21st. How excited are you?
Very excited. May 21st, we have come up with a great game plan. We brought in a special sparring partner from out of I think it's Bay City. I apologize to get it wrong. Baytown. Tim, young amateur, quick, fast. Definitely kept Oscar on his toes, made us work, and we loved it. So he'll be a special guest that night with us. And of course, we're sparring the fighters here. So we've put in all the hard work. We've studied the tapes. We know we got a good opponent in front of us that's going to make us work. But we believe that we've worked hard enough to convincingly win this belt. And if it doesn't even go to the scorecards, it's us stopping them early, because that's our intent. But things happen. Sometimes chins are deceiving. They can take a shot. I assure you we land them. Some guys can just take a shot, But our intent for this fight is to stop him.
Good. Well, congratulations with all your success with Team Cantu, and we're looking forward to May 21st here in Kingsville, Texas. And we'll keep track of what's going on with little Oscar Cantu as he progresses in his career. So, lots of luck there.
Thanks for coming out, Dave. Appreciate you.